Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 8, Lesson 60, and today we're clearing up one of the most common slips in everyday English, the double negative. It sneaks into speech all the time, and it slips into writing more often than you'd think. The rule behind it is beautifully simple. One negative per clause is all you ever need. But there are three sneaky words that hide their negative meaning, and those are the ones that catch careful writers. Let's take a look. Let's start with the whole idea in a single line. A double negative is what happens when a writer uses two negative words in the same clause, when only one of them was needed. Listen to this sentence. I don't have no money. There's a negative hiding inside don't, and then there's a second negative in the word no. Taken literally, that second negative cancels the first. If you don't have no money, then you must have some. But even where the meaning is obvious, the reader hears a mistake. The standard sentence is this: I don't have any money. One negative is all English ever asks for. A second one doesn't make the sentence more negative, it just makes it wrong. Before we can dodge double negatives, we have to know which words actually count as negative. Here's the family. First, no, not, and none. And remember that a contraction ending in N''T, as in didn't or couldn't, is simply the word not in disguise. Next, nothing, nobody, no one, and never. And finally, nowhere and neither. Every single word on that list carries a negative charge on its own. So the moment one of them lands in your clause, the job is finished. The clause is already negative. Reaching for a second word from this list is exactly what builds a double negative. Let's work a real repair, slowly. Someone writes, I don't have no money. Where are the negatives? There's don't, which is really do plus not. And then there's the word no. That's two negatives in one clause, and only one was ever needed. Now, here's the good news. You have two ways out, and both of them are correct. Way 1. Keep the don't and change no into its positive partner, any. I don't have any money. Way 2. Drop the not and let the single negative word carry the whole load. I have no money. Either sentence is clean. Pick whichever one sounds better in the paragraph you're writing. Let's do another one, because the pattern repeats everywhere. She never said nothing. Never is negative. Nothing is negative. That's two of them sitting in one clause. And notice what the sentence literally claims. If she never said nothing, then at some point she must have said something. That is the exact opposite of what the writer meant. So we take the same two exits. Exit 1, keep never and swap nothing for anything. She never said anything. Exit 2, drop the never and lean on the single negative word. She said nothing. Two negatives go in, one negative comes out. That's the whole move. Now here comes the sneaky part of this lesson, the part that trips up even careful writers. Three words are already negative in meaning, even though they don't look negative at all. Hardly, scarcely, and barely. Hardly means almost not. Scarcely means almost not. Barely means almost not. So if you pair one of them with another negative, you have built a double negative without ever noticing. Look at this. I can't hardly see. There's the negative tucked inside can't, and there's hardly right beside it. That's two negatives. The repair is to drop the contraction. I can hardly see. Here's another. We didn't scarcely have time. Once again, didn't plus scarcely. Clean it up like this. We scarcely had time. So carry this with you. Hardly, scarcely, and barely never go with not. Let's make the repair mechanical so you never have to think hard about it again. When you find two negatives in a clause, keep the first one and change the second word into its positive partner. No becomes any. Nothing becomes anything. Nobody becomes anybody. Never becomes ever. Nowhere becomes anywhere. Neither becomes either. That's the entire table, and it covers nearly every double negative you will ever meet. And if the swap ever feels clumsy in your ear, take the other road instead. Simply delete the not, or the contraction that's hiding it, and let the negative word do the work alone. Let's boil the whole lesson down into a check you can run in a couple of seconds. Step 1. Read the clause and find every negative word. No, not, none, nothing, nobody, no one, never, nowhere, neither. And don't forget our sneaky 3, hardly, scarcely, and barely. Step 2. Count them. If you turn up more than one, you're looking at a double negative. Step 3. Keep exactly one negative and either swap the extra word for its positive partner or delete it outright. That's the whole method. One negative per clause says everything you need to say. Shall we practice? Time to practice. In this first set, I'll read you a sentence and you decide, is it already correct or does it hide a double negative? Pause the video and choose before I give you the answer. I don't want no trouble. Hunt for the negatives. There's don't, and then there's no. That's two of them in one clause, so this one is a double negative. Clean it up as, I don't want any trouble. She never told anyone the secret. Count the negatives carefully. Never is negative, but anyone is a positive word, not a negative one. That gives us exactly one negative, so this sentence is correct as written. He couldn't scarcely breathe. Careful here. Scarcely is one of our sneaky words, already negative all by itself. Add the negative hiding inside couldn't, and you have two. So this is a double negative. The repair, he could scarcely breathe. In this second set, each sentence hands you two choices. Pick the word that keeps the clause down to a single negative. Pause and decide before I reveal each one. Mia didn't tell anybody or nobody the plan. The word didn't already carries our one negative, so a second negative would double it up. The answer is anybody. There isn't any or no milk left. Isn't has already given us the negative, so the next word has to be a positive one. The answer is any. Don't, ever, or never leave the door unlocked. Don't is a negative already, and never would be a second one stacked on top. The answer is ever. Let's gather everything up. A double negative is two negative words doing the job of one. So watch for no, not, none, nothing, nobody, no one, never, nowhere, and neither. Then there are the three sneaky ones. Hardly, scarcely, and barely are already negative in meaning, which is why they never pair with not. And the repair never changes. Keep exactly one negative, then swap the extra word for its positive partner. Any, anything, anybody, ever, anywhere, either. Or simply delete the not. One negative is all a clause ever needs. In our next lesson, we'll keep sharpening the way modifiers behave in a sentence. I'll see you there.